Possible WWE return scenarios for Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan suffered a dislocated shoulder during her match with Kairi Sane on the June 16, 2025 episode of Raw. The former Women's World Champion has been sidelined since the incident. Reports suggest that WWE aims to have her return in 2026. If that timeline holds, it would be an ideal moment for her to rejoin the promotion. However, the current state of the Judgment Day hints that the Miracle Kid might make a miraculous return sooner than expected. Here's our take on how Liv Morgan could return to WWE. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Elena. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Liv Morgan as Raw Women's Team surprise member at Survivor Series 2025. Survivor Series 2025 is set to take place next month. WWE has a history of featuring traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination matches, though War Games matches have recently taken precedence. The company may follow this pattern again this year, with the Raw Women's division facing off against SmackDown's roster. There's even a chance NXT could join the fray, adding an exciting dynamic. The Raw Women's team might find itself short a member due to a storyline injury or a last-minute absence on match day. In such a scenario, Raw could face its rivals at a disadvantage. Just when things look bleak for the Red brand, Liv Morgan's theme song could hit, sending the fans into a frenzy. This surprise return would defy reports of her comeback being delayed until 2026. A well-timed surprise is always a crowd pleaser, and Morgan could seize the moment, leading her team to victory and making it a memorable Liv moment. Liv Morgan's potential return in 2026. Liv Morgan is currently training at the WWE Performance Center, focusing on rehabilitating her shoulder injury to ensure a complete recovery before her anticipated return. If she misses the opportunity to return to television next month, a 2026 comeback remains likely, aligning with earlier reports. The Royal Rumble is an ideal stage for such a return. This year, Charlotte Flair made her comeback at the Premium Live event, and her current tag team partner, Women's Tag Team Champion Alexa Bliss, also returned after a 2-year absence on the same night. If Liv Morgan returns at the 2026 Royal Rumble, reaches the Final 2, and secures a win, fans would be thrilled, though some might be left in a state of oblivion. Liv Morgan's role in expediting the Judgment Day breakup. WWE fans have noticed tension within the Judgment Day on Raw, particularly between Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor, who share mutual distrust. The company has hinted at cracks in the faction, and Liv Morgan's return could widen those fractures, potentially dismantling the group. While this could be beneficial, as the Judgment Day has arguably run its course since forming in 2022, the original members, Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, are already thriving as singles competitors. A split could similarly benefit Dominic Mysterio, allowing him to make decisions independently without needing to consult others. Roxanne Perez could seize the opportunity to shine as a singles wrestler post-split. As the runner-up in this year's Women's Royal Rumble, she has the talent to pursue a singles title. Raquel Rodriguez could align with Liv Morgan to boost her exposure. Finn Balor might go his own way, potentially staying paired with JD McDonough if they still hold the WWE World Tag Team Championships at the time of Morgan's return. If they lose the titles beforehand, Balor and McDonough could part ways until a storyline reunites them. This would be an effective way to dissolve a group that no longer feels cohesive. As for El Grande Americano, Dominic could continue leveraging their mysterious presence until the identities of the 3 masked superstars are revealed. More from LWS Pro Wrestling, Header photo WWE. Stay tuned to The Last Word on Pro Wrestling for more on Liv Morgan and other stories from around the world of wrestling as they develop. You can always count on LWOPW to be on top of the major news in the wrestling world, as well as to provide you with analysis, previews, videos, interviews, and editorials on the wrestlingworld.io. Sky explains unmatched chemistry with Rhea Ripley. Sky has explained her chemistry with Rhea Ripley. The former WWE Women's World Champion recently had an interview with Chris Van Vliet. She talked about things such as what was special about her WrestleMania 41 victory, the War Games trash can moonsault spot, and more. The Japanese star has formed a popular partnership with Rhea Ripley in recent times, and the two even teamed to defeat the Kabuki Warriors at Crown Jewel last week. When asked why she thinks she has great chemistry with the mommy, Sky explained that their different styles make them great partners. I think so, because she has muscle. I'm running fast. I'm so small, but I can flip and she's not a flipping person, like so much the opposite. So that's why I think we have great chemistry. The high-flying star also explained her love for wrestling during the interview. She discussed the difference between other combat sports and wrestling, mentioning how losses are just as important in the business as the wins. Wrestling is my life. It is hard to explain. So in combat sport, wins and losses are all that matter. However, it's only pro wrestling where losses have a value because they shape who we are and give us a chance to turn into something special. Additionally, in pro wrestling, it is important for a character to have weaknesses. Sky was on Ripley's side when the former NXT UK champion picked up a victory over Kairi Sane on this week's Raw. Asuka unleashed a post-match attack on the two afterward, however. The Kabuki Warriors stood tall at the end of the segment, signaling that this rivalry is not over just yet. Rey Mysterio shares who first saw Dominic Mysterio's heel side. Rey Mysterio said his wife, Angie Gutierrez, was the first to notice that their son Dominic had a natural heel side in the ring. Speaking on the Club 520 podcast, Rey Mysterio shared his thoughts on seeing his son become Intercontinental Champion and establish himself as a superstar. He said he always believed Dominic would achieve more than he did. He explained that his wife, Angie Gutierrez, was the first to notice that Dominic naturally had a heel side in the ring. It's crazy. Deep down in my thoughts, I've always said or knew that he was going to be something bigger than what I did. I didn't know how. My wife was the first one to point out that she never saw him as the good guy. She always saw him as a bad guy in the ring, which now makes complete sense. She spent more time with him than I did because I was traveling so much, so she was both mom and dad. He praised his son's confidence, saying it surpasses what he had at that age, but to see his growth over the past 4 years and how he just evolved into this character and embraced it and just now completely owns it is awesome, man. Like, his confidence is... I wish I had some of that when I was, his age. I wish I knew what he knows now. When I was his age, I had no clue. I was learning as I was going. But I think the huge factor in this is he was thrown in right away to swim with sharks, and he figured that out. He learned how to swim with sharks. So, I think personally that that's why he's in the spot that he's in now. Sky opens up about her relationship with Rhea. Ripley Sky has opened up about her chemistry with Rhea Ripley inside the ring and on WWE television. Sky and Ripley are currently involved in a feud against the Kabuki Warriors. At Crown Jewel, Perth, the Genius of the Sky and the Eradicator were victorious against Asuka and Kairi Sane. Ripley delivered a thunderous riptide on Sane before Sky finished things off with an over-the-moonsault. The following night on Raw, Rhea Ripley defeated Sane in a one-on-one match. However, the Kabuki Warriors got the last laugh after incapacitating Ripley, who got hit by Asuka with a DDT atop the announcer's table. Speaking to Chris Van Vliet on the latest episode of Insight, Io Sky was asked about how her chemistry with Ripley developed. Their on-screen partnership is working, and fans even began calling their team Rio. I think we are a totally different person. I think because she's tall, she's muscle, and she's so cool. I'm not cool as Rhea Ripley. Yeah, she's super cool. Even when I just having casual conversation to look at her, she's so cool, like, oh my god. Sometimes I feel like a fan. She's so nice and muscle. I'm running fast. I'm so small, but I can flip, and she's not so flipping person, like so much opposite. That's why I think we are making great chemistry, Sky said. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are making it work, but their story with the Kabuki Warriors is far from over. Io Sky on why her win at WrestleMania 41 meant so much. In the same interview with Chris Van Vliet, Io Sky shared why her win over Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41 meant so much to her. Sky pointed out the lack of victories by Japanese stars at WrestleMania. It meant so much to me, of course, also so much to Japanese people as well. Because for a long time, Japanese wrestlers didn't win at WrestleMania. Even for women's wrestling, Japanese wrestler, first time ever in WWE to win at WrestleMania. So I'm so honored and even kind of unexpected. I walk in as a champion, walk out as a champion, Sky said. The last Japanese star to win at WrestleMania before Sky was Taka Michinoku, who beat Aguila for the light heavyweight championship at WrestleMania 14. Yoshitatsu won the 26-man Battle Royal at WrestleMania 26, but it happened on the pre-show. If you use quotes from the article's first half, please credit Insight and give an HT to Sportskeeda for the transcription. Rhea Ripley reflects on her transformation over the years. Mercedes Moan's CMLL match set. More fight size here is your Fightful Fight Size update for Tuesday, October 14th, 2025. Below are all of the biggest digital highlights of the day and the best headlines from the day in wrestling before tonight's episode of WWE NXT. In the video embedded above, Rhea Ripley reacts to photos from throughout her WWE career, telling the stories of her ring gear, tattoos, and transformation from NXT rookie to global powerhouse. Make sure you are subscribed to Fightful Select. A subscription grants you early access to Quanda opportunities, early looks at breaking news, and more. Additionally, be sure to follow us on YouTube and Twitch. Fans can browse the WWE shop through Fightful's affiliate link by clicking here. Mosh Thrasher sit down to relive their incredible careers from the very beginning, including their early days as the Spiders in ECW, how Jim Cornette helped them become the Headbangers, becoming tag team champions in WWE, and much more. Rhea Ripley opens up about heartfelt WrestleMania tribute to husband Buddy Matthews. Rhea Ripley paid a heartfelt tribute to husband Buddy Matthews during her WrestleMania 39 SmackDown Women's Championship win over Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley spoke about her tribute to her husband, AEW star Buddy Matthews, at a big WWE show. She competed for a major title at the event. Rhea fought Charlotte Flair for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39. The two wrestlers put forth an engaging contest that ended with Ripley emerging as winner and securing the title. It was her first pinfall win over Charlotte in singles competition in her 5th attempt. Speaking in a recent video clip posted on WWE's official YouTube channel, Rhea Ripley disclosed that makeup for the match was inspired by her husband's. The 29-year-old said that she stole Buddy Matthews' rug and donned it under her jacket to be comfortable and confident. It was the Raw star's way of expressing her love for her husband. I did this makeup for my husband. He's done this drip makeup on one of his shows, so I wanted to do that. And the what do you call it, like the rags, the cloak kind of thing that I'm wearing under my jacket, that's also his. I stole that from him. I was like, I want to just be you at WrestleMania 39 because it's gonna make me feel comfortable and confident, and I feel like I have a part of you with me. So yeah, I put them in there as a little I love you to him, Ripley said. Buddy Matthews sends birthday wishes to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews got engaged in August 2023 and got married the following year in June. The two Australian pro wrestlers have been together since, and they keep sending messages to each other through social media posts. In one such case, Buddy Matthews posted multiple pictures of himself with Rhea Ripley. He wrote a heartfelt message for his wife on the occasion of her 29th birthday, calling her the love of his life. Happiest birthday to the love of my life. Every day she gets more and more beautiful. Can't wait to spend many, many more with you by my side. Enjoy this day, kick some asterisk. Wrote Buddy Matthews. Buddy Matthews spent almost 8 years in WWE before his exit in 2021. He signed with AEW the following year and has since been a part of the Tony Khan-led promotion. Former WWE champion discredits Rhea Ripley's recent win. Rhea Ripley is currently on a winning streak and hasn't lost a match since WWE SummerSlam, where Naomi successfully defended the Women's World Championship in a triple threat clash against the Eradicator and Io Sky. However, a popular star discredited Ripley's recent win. On the October 13th edition of WWE Raw, the former member of the Judgment Day defeated Kairi Sane in singles competition. However, the show ended with the Kabuki Warriors standing tall while Ripley needed to be helped to the back. Meanwhile, Asuka made an intriguing statement reflecting on what happened at the RAC Arena on Monday in Perth. The Empress of Tomorrow posted a picture of herself and the Pirate Princess standing next to Rhea Ripley, lying on the announce table. In the caption, the former WWE Women's Champion claimed that at the end of the night, Kairi Sane was the actual winner, despite getting, "Who do you think claimed true victory yesterday? Look at this photograph. Does Kairi Sane appear defeated? No. She stands with the unmistakable presence of a champion. The truth is clear. It was Kairi who seized genuine victory. She was counted to 3. But was this not part of Kairi's grand design?" Asuka wrote. The 44-year-old further credited Kairi Sane for attacking Rhea Ripley with the kendo stick. She noted that her tag team partner accomplished exactly what she intended to. Rhea, the seeming victor, had the audacity to assault me, the sublime one. Yet this was Kairi's magnificent trap. She calculated calmly, waited for her moment, and struck the instant Rhea became fixated on me. For Rhea, it was a bolt from the blue. She found herself staring at the heavens from atop that table. Had it occurred in the ring? Not 3 counts. 20, no. 100 would not have sufficed. Kairi accomplished precisely what she intended. To win is the path of those who fear not loss. Thus, in defeat lies liberated victory. The legendary Empress Asuka, added wrestling veteran, wasn't impressed with Rhea Ripley's recent WWE Raw match. Rhea Ripley and Kairi Sane traded blows and near falls in a closely contested match that went close to 16 minutes. However, former WWE head writer Vince Russo raised a major issue with the bout. On the latest episode of Sportskeeda's Legion of Raw, the 64-year-old stated that he did not know how having a 15-minute match with a woman half her size would help Rhea Ripley. He opined that WWE's creative team needed to consider the size difference between the two stars to make the contest look believable. 3 explanations for WWE taking Roman Reigns off TV. Again, Roman Reigns kicked off WWE Crown Jewel in Australia in a brutal Australian street fight against Bronson Reed. Both men tore each other apart, and the interferences from Braun Breaker and the USOs turn things more interesting, making headlines all around the globe. The ending moments of the match featured Jey Uso accidentally spearing the OTC, helping Reed pick up the victory. While fans expected Reigns to continue with his appearances until Survivor Series, things have not gone the same way. The OTC missed this week's edition of the Red Brand, leaving fans confused over the reason for his absence following Crown Jewel. Let's check out a few reasons why Roman Reigns is taking time off TV once again. The OTC has been on a part-time schedule for years now, and his character is now aligned to it as well. Roman Reigns is being portrayed as one of the all-time greats who doesn't need to show up to work every single week, which is the reason THOTC has been enjoying a lot of time off TV during the year and only making his presence felt during the build to certain major PLEs, while Reigns is set to be a part of Survivor Series, War Games, to enhance his character and portray his part-time schedule. WWE might have taken him off TV once again for a couple of weeks following Crown Jewel. Seth Rollins' injury delayed their storyline. WWE Crown Jewel was main evented by Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes in a massive singles match to determine the new Crown Jewel champion. The Visionary and the American Nightmare completely tore each other apart, and the former ended up getting injured during the battle, which has led to a number of changes to the storylines. Seth Rollins was rumored to be a part of the War Games match against Roman Reigns, and further face the latter in a singles match at WrestleMania. But Rollins' injury might end up changing all this. This could be the reason WWE kept Reigns off TV on Monday, trying to figure out a change of plans and then bring him back to a proper storyline, which is set to garner a lot of attention in the coming weeks. WWE Survivor Series is still over a month away. Survivor Series. War Games is set to emanate from San Diego on November 29th, and the company has a lot of time to prepare for the PLE with the perfect storylines and matches. With Reigns' next advertised match more than a month away, WWE might have kept the OTC off TV to enable the latter to take some rest. Before Survivor Series, the company is set to feature an edition of Saturday night's main event, and Reigns is not advertised to be a part of it. WWE could bring Reigns back following SNME, which could be the perfect way to space out the build for SNME and Survivor Series. Time will now tell what the company has in store for the OTC next.